Bro, I'm not gonna lie. That Kyle Busch death is kind of suspicious to me. And, I could be in the minority because I'm kind of a truth seeker. I don't believe, everything is surface. I believe in numerology. I believe in numbers and, all that good stuff. I'm just not blind. And I know the mainstream media is not always it, right? It's just weird to me how Kyle Busch suddenly passed away at the age 41. And I'm sure it's something behind the 4 and the 1 adding up to something. And he passed away. He had a race that he won, okay? But that was May 17th. And then 3 days later, he was, not alive anymore. But something was funny, but not in a literal sense. When he went up there and he interviewed him after he won his race, he said, "You never know when it's going to be your last one." Strange, right? He ended up not alive a few days later. And he won the race. Something ain't adding up to me, bro. What y'all think?
Now, the internet has been reacting to Kyle Busch's death, his passing, right? And Kyle Busch is a NASCAR champion. And a lot of people are saying something about his death feels off. When you start diving deeper into researching what people are coming up with, it's a whole lot of stuff that you can't even, comprehend at times because it's like, dang, how did that line up with that? But we're going to play this clip of a guy, talking about gematria and just dive deeper into the numbers theory on it. So watch this video to the end.
And just like that, we're back yet again with another amazing decode. And on tonight's episode, I will be decoding Kyle Busch from NASCAR. So let's get into it. As always, this video will be for entertainment purposes only. This is my opinion. Please do not mess with my video. If you enjoy content like this, be sure to like, share, and follow. Kyle Thomas Busch was born May 2nd of 1985, making him a Taurus, and he passed away May 21st, 2026. He was an American professional stock car racing driver and racing team owner who competed from 2001 to 2026. Throughout his career, Busch raced under several car numbers, though he was prominently identified with the number 18. Toyota for Gibbs Racing between 2008 and 2023 in the NASCAR Cup Series, known for his dominance across NASCAR's top 3 divisions series. Busch is widely regarded as one of the most accomplished and talented drivers in motorsports history. Kyle Busch, a generational talent who rose to become a 2-time NASCAR Cup Series champion and one of the sport's greatest drivers, was unalived Thursday. He was 41 years old. Busch's unaliving, which was announced by the Busch family, NASCAR, and Richard Childress Racing, marked a sudden, staggering blow to the motorsports community. His team had indicated earlier Thursday that Busch had been hospitalized with a severe illness. The Busch family released a statement on Saturday morning with more details indicating that the medical evaluation provided to the Busch family concluded that severe pneumonia progressed into sepsis, resulting in rapid and overwhelming associated complications. The family asked for continued understanding and privacy during this difficult time. Busch was in his 22nd full-time season. Funny, I had 22 slides for this presentation. Funny how all the numbers always work out. But anyway, in NASCAR's top division, where he won 2 Cup Series titles, 2015 and 2019, and 63 races. There's your 3-6. 3-6. If you know, you know. And 63 races, a figure that ranks with 9th on the circuit's all-time win list. On this channel, we flip those 9s and makes it a 6. His numbers across the other 2 national NASCAR series are record-setting, with 102 victories in what is now called the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series and 69 wins in the Craftsman Truck Series. The Busch family, Richard Childress Racing and NASCAR, made the following joint statement. On behalf of the Busch family, everyone at Richard Childress Racing and all of NASCAR, we are devastated to announce the sudden and tragic passing of Kyle Busch. So many of you may be familiar with this number. For this, well, class is officially in session. Here we have that number once again for severe pneumonia. You know, this number that we just saw right here. Well, you know, this number, Kyle Thomas Busch, we have it right here. And isn't this what he passed from? We have the number again. But it doesn't stop there, because severe pneumonia 182 in the ordinal cipher, Kyle Thomas Busch 182 also in the ordinal cipher. But we can also see Kyle Thomas Busch is 79 and severe pneumonia is 79. So you may recall that Kyle was number 18. Funny, because mark of this is 81. And didn't he have 22 seasons? Well, Ritual blank blank is 202. Number 18, 22 seasons. Number 18, 22. Also, he was 41 years old, right? 41 years old is 86. Blank blank, this word right here, this phrase is 86 in the same cipher, the reverse reduction cipher. But also, 41-year-old is 121 and 76. 121 and 67 for this phrase once again. But if we take a closer look, we can also see that this word on that top line is 73, and the date he passed is also 73. Also, this top line is 46, and the date he passed is also 46. And this top line is 170, and Kyle is 17, and Busch is also 17. So once again, we see this number lining up in the reverse cipher. This number, in case you forgot. So very interesting. Stock car racing driver is that number, but it's also 101, and this is 110. Also, we can see car racing blank is 123, and this phrase is also 132. Weird how car racing blank is 93 though, and sepsis happens to be 39. Very interesting. Severe illness happens to be 187, and we know that the California unaliving code, but we'll leave that one alone. So we can also see that the unaliving word is 79, Kyle Thomas Busch is 79, severe illness 79, and even severe pneumonia is 79. Kyle Busch is 47 and severe pneumonia is 47. Kyle Thomas Busch is 56, severe illness is 56. Kyle Thomas Busch is 182, severe pneumonia is 182. So you may recall Kyle was born May 2nd of 1985, making him a Taurus. If we take a look at the days between his birthday and his unaliving, 19 days, or 2 weeks, 5 days. Here we can see Kyle is 19 for your 19 days, and that happens to be the days between his birthday and his unaliving. 2 weeks, 5 days, 25 and 52. But something that's even more interesting is that NASCAR was founded February 21st of 1948. So if we take a look at the days between Kyle's passing and when NASCAR was founded, 78 years and exactly 3 months. Here we can see NASCAR blank blank is 87 for your 78 years. And that's the years between NASCAR's founding and Kyle's passing. But it doesn't stop there. Sepsis, what Kyle passed from, is also 87. And 41-year-old Kyle's age is also 78. And even the date that it happened, Thursday, May 21st of 2026, is 78. Going back to your 78 years, as in the years between when NASCAR was founded up until Kyle's passing. And even for the 3 months, it goes back to this phrase. Whew, that was a lot. And we can also see Kyle is 53. This word is 35. Kyle is 55. This word is 55. You know, so you have to be careful with what you line up with when you join these organizations. And look, 29 for that word. And Thursday, May 21st, 2026 is 92. Also, the date that he passed is 173 and Kyle Busch is 137. So his number was called, allegedly.
After all my research, when it comes to, exposing the occult, I noticed that numbers mean everything. Just like symbolism means everything, I feel the same way is with numbers as well. And that's why people are saying that Kyle's number was called. But I think it was very interesting how the numbers lined up perfectly, you know what I'm saying? Because when it comes to a lot of these celebrities' deaths, there's always a bunch of theories going on, but one theory that really sticks out is the gematria theory, right? Where these numbers are lining up perfectly to a whole bunch of different aspects of their life, their birth date, their death date, a whole bunch of other things, their name, and a whole bunch of just other things that just line up. And this just feels like the perfect example of reaching your goals and reaching your dreams and then paying the price for it. And that's what we see with a lot of these celebrities, and their number being called. But check out this other clip.
We're all really wondering what happened to Kyle Busch, right? There's no way this man just passes away after 6 days after his race, and then he's over here. There's no possible way. There's no possible way you go to the hospital with the illness and don't walk back out. So remember that lawsuit he just won with who was that? PLI? Pacific Life Insurance, right? $890 million he won for the corruption of the insurance company. They were taking advantage of everybody. Remember that? Well, he just won that, and it just finally went through, and then he went to the hospital and apparently passed away. What illness does he have? Doctors, you need to start fucking talking. If he has an illness that's going to kill everybody in America like it just killed Kyle Busch, what the hell? You need to start talking. Like y'all keep Americans out of the loop and they don't tell us shit. They just make us wonder. It's a hidden truth. It's a conspiracy theory that's going on with Kyle Busch, right? Kyle Busch did not die for no reason.
One thing that really stood out to me was the fact that he had won this lawsuit, right, against this insurance company. And it's crazy because people are saying that, the insurance company could have had a hand in his death, man. And it's crazy how that can even be a theory going on. But yeah, a lot of people are saying that something sinister happened to Kyle Busch and that his whole passing situation seems off, and they're not buying the official story of his passing. And that's what we see a lot with these celebrities who just mysteriously pass away, man. 41 years old, like that's not a old age to pass away at, man. And I feel like, yeah, something definitely could have played a role in his death that we're not being told, bro. And I feel like that's crazy because it's just like this world is very wicked. And the leaders of this world, those who run this world, will do whatever it takes to silence those who are coming against their money in a sense, man. So what do you guys think about this Kyle Busch situation? Are you buying the official story of his death, or is it not making sense to you either? Comment down below your thoughts.